Do you think a lot about, I'm thinking as you're talking about wedges and things like that, do you think a lot about using nature's wedges, if you will, like different textures, stepping on rocks, stepping on stones, walking on the beach? I know sometimes if you go for a long walk on a beach, people will say like, my feet are so tired, as they're being put in these like spready kind of ranges, they're being asked to do different things they don't usually do. How much could nature be an ally in something like this?
100%. Yeah, for sure. Um, I even thought of even not in nature, but outdoors, and you've got curbs
Mm-hmm.
that are kind of angled, and you put your foot on it. And I was always thinking, so using shapes effectively, the worst thing to do, I think, is probably to walk around on a flat surface. The reason being is is because the way the foot falls onto the ground will be the same as the way it fell before that and the one before that and the one before that. And if you're doing your 10,000 steps a day, your footfall is going to be the same. And so we have to have something that makes a change. And that's when, for the first time, you can put a little wedge here on an angle, and we've gone fall flat, fall flat, fall flat. Oh, but this one, it meets the ground here, creates a change. All of a sudden, you're opening joints in a new way and stimulating tissue. It can be as simple as that. And I always remember a student saying movement is medicine, and it wasn't my line. I heard him say it, and I thought he's absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you start, so let's say you do your toe scrunches and then you do your point and flex. Okay, I'm being slightly facetious, but you do that and then you go for a walk. There's no value carryover from those two things to your walk. But if you've taught your foot to be on 3 points of contact, to lengthen and spread, to open the joints on the base, and for all the joints to get close to doing what they're supposed to do when you go for a walk, they carry on doing that. You learn it and then you do it. So every step you take, you're taking the therapy with you rather than just doing it in a room and leaving it and doing something else. That's, the vast majority of people don't do their homework that the physiotherapist gives them because they haven't added any value to it. As soon as they can feel the difference, if they can feel the difference in the session, they notice it when they're walking, they sit different in the chair, their foot shoe feels different or more comfortable, or they don't have the pain they walked in with, they will do their exercises. And
Mm.
it's that idea of um, certainly in this regard, the impact you can have from generating that movement, changing that experience of being on a flat foot to something else is huge. And so nature, sorry, I have to come back to your question. Nature is perfect for that because it creates variety. And a pronating foot is described as a mobile adapter. And I translate that as being able to adapt to the ground, aka external environment, in a mobile way. And so that's where nature really inputs good stuff into the system. Yeah.
All right, friends, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Radical Health Radio. We got a fresh new podcast for you every Wednesday. If you enjoyed the show, consider liking, subscribing, reviewing, and rating us on your podcast platform. It helps to spread this message of radical health. We'll see you next week.